Apparently these IEMs use bone conduction tech. Really? It's the new KB02 from KBEAR. I think it launched earlier this month, so it's pretty much brand new. It seems pretty unassuming on the surface, but it promises better lower end frequencies thanks to that bone conduction unit. Now I knew it's not gonna be anything as powerful as a dedicated bone conduction tech, but I was still curious to check it out. And while listening to these early on, I didn't notice anything different. They sounded nice overall, but the upper mid-range was a little bit lacking for my taste. But I did notice that whenever there's a low sub-bass going on in these sections of songs, yes, they do indeed rumble, so that bone conduction thing is doing something, but it's very subtle. You probably won't notice it 3 out of 5 times, but when you do, it's pretty surprising. So seeing such a subtle and tasteful implementation of sub-bass in this price range was pretty interesting. I've heard KBEAR makes pretty good IEMs even in budget range, and well, this was my first experience. I had never once seen or even heard of an IEM that implements bone conduction in this way. Quite a unique approach, I must say. Well done, KBEAR. Again, given the price, this performance is more than adequate. Alongside this interesting sound, it has a decent cable and a hand-polished resin design on the back, which looks pretty nice. It goes to show that this is not some generic thing. They have actually put thought into this. So all things considered, I don't see any problems recommending this. It's not exactly the best choice for human vocals. Like I said, the mid-range could use some work, but if you wanted a fun-sounding IEM without harsh treble, this is it. This thing's a certified bass king in this budget in my opinion. If you can afford this, get this over something like the Moondrop Chew 2, which was my previous recommendation, because this has superior top end and sub-bass rumbling compared to the Chew 2. The 40 ohm impedance means that you need a little more volume to drive this, but still around 50% volume is sufficient. If you plan on using this with your phone, just get yourself a decent dongle like this one. I'll leave a link to the one I use in the description. But yeah, this is great. Bone conduction IEM. I never thought I would try one, but yes, it is good. I'll also link this in the description if you're interested.